right. What up, though?
What up?
Athlazon, we back in the building.
Back at it.
What's good, man? What's good, Merle?
Same old, man. Just trying to get to it, man. What's been good with you, man?
Hey, man, you held it down with that Jordan interview, man. See you out there, man. Break out your shell a little bit.
We made it happen, you know.
Make it happen. Today, we got the dog, the number one in the state, linebacker, running back. I don't know which one he want to be sometime. He cold at both. So, I mean, we keep playing it like that. You know, Belleville's own Jeremiah.
What's up? How you doing?
Yeah. Chilling, man. Excited to see you here, man. You know, got big news and things to talk about.
Yes, sir.
You know, congratulations on the ship.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back to back, man.
Back to back.
That's pressure.
Going for 3.
3-peat, man. Try to get them Jordan numbers, man.
Trying to tell you, trying to go down one of the coldest that ever did it in Michigan, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it, man. What made you get into football? Who got you into that, man?
I feel like my big brother Malik, you know, he was a big part of that, you know, just like watching him play. I just wanted to get out there, put on highlights like he done did, all that. So that was like a big part of me watching him, like shadowing him.
Big Malik. Shout out to Malik, man. Looking for some great things this year at Michigan State.
Yes, sir.
That's cold, though. I mean, you got another brother that's going to Ferris State, right?
Yes, sir.
And then he at Michigan State, and then you going somewhere crazy. And then I heard y'all got a little baby brother that's a monster, too.
Yes, sir.
Y'all like a real football family.
Yeah, man. Athletics running the family, man, you know, so.
Where'd that come from? Your mom and your dad? Who more athletic?
My mama probably. I miss basketball in the States, so I really give her all my credit for my athleticism.
That's what's up, man.
You said she was Miss Basketball?
Yeah.
State of Michigan?
Yeah.
When?
Trying to think. I can't even tell you what year. I know she went to Country Day though.
She went to
like,
Country Day.
Yeah, she dropped like 40+ state championships, something like that.
That day smart. They smart. She's smart and she can hoop. About one.
Mm-hmm. That's how that goes. So what you football program did you play for?
You know, a lot of people don't know. I started with the Southfield Ravens, but you know that program started to slow down and everything. That was me and my brother out there really running that program. 1 year, you know, I played up against Isaiah and Miles a couple times. So, you know, it was at the Falcons. 1 year they asked me to go out of town with them with their little all-star team. I did that. Chopped it up with Coach Marshall. You know, I got real close with Isaiah, so I just felt like the Falcons was a better move for me at that time.
It's always the best move to be a Falcon. Y'all need to know that out there. Change your life.
Hey, there's always been players trying to lead them other Southfield teams. Coming over to the winning side, man, you get tired of getting, you know, I'm not going to say he was getting beat up, but,
You know.
Them L's pile, you know, they pile up, so.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Coach Marshall was your coach for the Falcons?
The whole time, yep.
Oh, that's dope. Y'all had an all-star team, it sounded like.
Had a nice little team. Did y'all do anything on the national level?
First year, our 12U year, going to nationals, we placed third. We lost to the California Pilots. That next year, we ended up placing second. We beat them, and we ended up, you know, playing number one team in the nation. They really got on us. So
It be like that sometimes, especially playing at the national level. Hey, them boys ready to go.
yeah.
But, you know, shout out to them other Falcon teams because we definitely got some ships, the most ships in Michigan. So clap that up for them boys. We're pretty proud of them for that. That's what's up, man. So that Falcons team, man, you know, we had a dominant Falcons team, man, but y'all had a nice squad. Who you think was the best player on that team?
Best player on that team, that year I probably had to give it to Isaiah. You know, he just brought the whole team together, you know. A lot of people ain't know he can run. Like, I wasn't really surprised when he really started running the ball because that's what he did for us a lot. We did a lot of read options. That was a big part of our game, so I feel like he was the best player on our team.
Man, definitely got a lot of talent.
Man, it reminded me of us. Like, we had a lot of talent, too. And we got the same issue. It seemed like they had the same issue. What you think make you guys having a team like that? Because we had a team like that, but everybody go to different high schools. Why you think that's happening?
I just feel like everybody got their own little journey, you know. I feel like sometimes everybody want to be the man at their school. I went to Belleville because, you know, I wanted to play with the best of the best, you know. End up being the best player there like I am right now. So that was one of my big things. But I feel like everybody had their own little journey, you know. People got to part ways at some point. So
Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
Hey.
Yeah,
Gotta
man.
separate from the pack sometimes.
Sometimes, you know, Michael Jackson just got he got to keep, you know what I'm saying?
Put Tito to the side.
Hey, man.
Hey, Jermaine, go do your thing, my dog. Yeah, that's true, man. So you came into high school. Pretty good team going on up there at Belleville, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they knew what it was because you was a dog, but what did you have to do to, you know what I'm saying, try to get some playing time on that team?
Well, I feel like it was like earning the trust of the seniors, you know what I mean? Like, that's the first thing that I feel like you got to do for you to even get playing time, you know, because the seniors going to let the coaches know what they want. You know, the coaches usually go off the seniors, so I feel like earning the trust of the seniors is a big thing for me.
That's smart of you. That's wise, man. You know, being humble and stuff, it got its advantage that way. You got to pay homage. You got to earn respect. By you having that attitude coming in, like, you know, yeah, I might be that dog, but, you know, I still got to.
Yeah.
Because it's football team sport. It's 11 of us out here. You a linebacker. Them D linemen don't keep them dogs off you. You can't scrape. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know about that stuff, you know, coming in as a freshman. Got a lot of, you know, talent around you, you know what I'm saying, and got to step in and try to, you know, prove your worth to these upperclassmen because, you know, if you trying to get on the field, man, they trying to win, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got time to wait. They trying to win. They trying to go to college. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all both got that in common, man. So that's something tough, you know, getting tossed into the fire.
you definitely learn it. It's that summer coming in before the season start. Or in my case, you know, my old dude was a coach. I was around the team already in middle school, working out, little 6 a.m. workouts. I'm in 7th, 8th grade. I'm lifting with the sophomores and juniors and stuff, you know, earning that respect that way. They already kind of had a feel for me coming in. So transition was a little easier. But still, when them pads come on,
Different thing.
that's when we going to see what's really, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, obviously you want all that respect because you started, day one, right?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know nothing about that. Y'all got me beat on that. Hey.
How was your first game in high school?
My first game in high school, you know, I was injured my whole freshman year, so I was like, I came back in the knee brace and everything. So my first game in high school was really me just getting into the flow of the game. You know, I didn't really know. You know, practice can only show you so much. I didn't know how the game flow was, so it was just like me getting into a rhythm. I feel like after that first game, I feel like I was on a roll. That next game I think I had 3 forced fumbles and like 7, 8 tackles, so I feel like I got back into my groove. You know, it felt like Little League again.
Was it adjustment at first? Like the game speed and all that and the strength and all that?
I wouldn't even say that. I feel like the communication part and just the knowledge, like film-wise, watching film and all that, knowing what the team going to do, that was a big part of my success.
Was you working out a lot in middle school?
Yeah, I was working out a lot.
Yeah, that's one thing I notice kids nowadays. They come in a lot more developed.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, we kind of come out of Little League. All you doing is up, downs, and 6 inches and all that old school stuff. You not really – your body still got to come into that, you know what I'm saying, just like in college. But I see all these freshmen starting like in college, high school, because they getting like a lot of, you know, all that foundation work getting done early. So like you said, all I got to do now is just catch up here with the game, not so much with the physical side.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so you dominant on both sides of the ball, right?
Yes, sir.
My favorite, you know what I'm saying, two-way player in the state, you know what I'm saying? So you
Yes,
get
sir.
it in. I mean, you know, I always tell everybody you a pit. What's your favorite part about playing running back?
My favorite part about playing running back, I feel like it's just like me vision and stuff. Like a lot of my touchdowns and stuff, like I see it before it happens, depending on how the defense lined up and stuff. So I feel like my football IQ just one of the highest up there in the country for real. And I just feel like the power that I got out of my, you know, out of my cuts and stuff and all that, you know, like just the power I got, stiff arms, all that. I feel like that's a big part of my game.
Finishing them runs.
Yeah, I mean, vision is like the biggest part, or one of the biggest parts of playing running back. Because most time, 9 times out of 10, if you playing running back, you already one of the best athletes on the field. You know what I mean? Because you gotta be fast, quick, and you gotta be able to take them hits. You know what I mean? But that vision, man, difference between like Trent, was that running back from Alabama back in the day? It was just dominant, and then got to the league. And
Trent Richardson?
Yeah. Watching film on him is like he just running right into the back of his own line, man. Just dog, you ain't see that, like you know what I mean? But no, I definitely see your long runs remind me of my tailback long runs in high school. Bees used to see that thing so smooth, cut that thing back and just be gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That cutback lane, dangerous.
Yeah.
You see that? It's a home run. That jump
Especially
crazy.
you know I set it up.
Yeah, that's something too, because, like you said, some running backs, they don't know how to, let their lineman get in place, let the block set up, and then see that hole. When you see that hole, you got to shoot through that boy.
Yeah.
Got to explode. But, what's your favorite part about that linebacker?
My favorite part about linebacker, just running stuff down. That's a big part of my game. How athletic I am. I feel like it's really not a lot of linebackers that's running as fast as me. I feel like I'm one of the fastest people on the field in the state, for real. I don't think a lot of people notice that, but, like, when I get in the open field and stuff, I feel like I can get them moving.
Pull away.
Definitely got game speed. Game speed different than that 40 time, all the other.
I don't care what that 40 time say. You put that man on that field, hey, them people in the state, they all fast. They ain't catching them. I ain't seen him get hard one time, so that say something. So at linebacker, that's kind of different from, like, running back. So when you at linebacker, you playing in that box, who's the best lineman you think you played against so far in the state of Michigan?
Offensive lineman?
Yeah. Cause I'm sure they're trying to come downhill. If I'm the the offensive coordinator, my game plan got to be put a hat on JB. You got to block you. If you don't block you, it's a problem.
I feel like the best line I played so far was my sophomore year, Force, and they had a real big line. It was all strong. It wasn't like they was big and fat. They moved well together. They had a big tight end, about 6'6", so everybody across the board was like college size D1 type. So that was the best line I probably played.
They was getting off them blocks, getting the second level pretty quick, huh?
Yeah. You know about them linemen. I remember watching Gabe Watson chase you, so hey.
Gabe was a freak of nature. But see, line play was a little bit more, wasn't as complex. Now, I mean, it just amazes me now how technically sound all y'all are in high school now. Mm-hmm. Like, most people was like super athletic that played their first year in college coming from high school. But the technical side of the game wasn't quite there yet. You just had to be a freak athlete. But a lot of y'all understand the game so much better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of that has to do with, like, we ain't playing, 10 men in the box and 3 yards of cloud of dust type stuff no more. But with the linebacker play, I wanted to ask you, what helps you be better at what? Like, are you better at running back because you play linebacker, or better at linebacker because you play running back?
I feel like I'm better at linebacker because I play running back.
Because you already know
Yeah, I know the little cuts. I know the line pulls, depending on what type of person you get pulling. The tackle pulling is usually outside rather than your guard pulling. That's usually like your inside power. So
see, all those little tricks, that's what make people code the game. Ray Lewis, listen to Ray Lewis talk about playing linebacker. It used to be amazing, bro. Yeah. Like, that man, right foot is half an inch back that way, and it's he going that way. Right on his tail, I'm making that tackle. Like,
yeah. He giving away free game to you linebackers. Watch them pulling linemen.
So what's the keys you be looking at?
I usually key from center guard tackle to the back. So after I read, like, if I don't get no pulling none, I'm really just reading off the running back steps. So I'm them there mimicking his steps and everything. So that's a big thing for me.
Oh, that's cool. There's a couple jewels for y'all. I don't want to give up too much sauce.
No, you can't give up the scout report all the way.
You give too
little
much
sauce, a little something.
Little sauce.
What you like playing the most, running back or linebacker?
I feel like linebacker really got my heart, but getting out there at running back, picking my team up if we down, we need a little momentum. I'm really our guy that's get out there, run that ball, take it from the 20 to like the other 20, something like that. So it's just like big runs, big plays. Is what I do.
That's what's up, man. So you won, back-to-back championships your sophomore and junior year. What you think the difference was between the two teams, man?
I'd say for real, my sophomore year, I feel like we had one of the best defenses to ever come through the state. I think the most points we gave up in the game was like 20-something that whole season. I feel like we was just real fluent. I feel like my junior year, it was more of, we was young. We got a lot of young guys on the field, so we just trying to play defense to stop, get our offense back on the field, let our offense do something. But it wasn't really like I felt like our defense my sophomore year was better than our defense junior year. But that was just based off like the vets we had on the field. We had a bunch of seniors on the field. They was fighting for a state championship, first team to do it up under Crowell. So that was a big thing for us.
You can always tell when it's a senior-heavy team. You can always tell when it's a senior, and it's a class that's been together the whole time. Not like they pieced them all together from different spots. Like the core of them been together the whole way through.
Yeah.
Man, you get like a chemistry, a flow of playing who next to you. You already know what your man's need or what he gonna do, and he know what you gonna do without even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you feel about this defense this year, going into this year coming up?
I feel like, a lot of people questioning our defense based off the last year. We gave up points that I felt like we shouldn't have gave up. Like Saline game was one of our big games that I was kind of disappointed in. Even though we still came out on top, I felt like we shouldn't have gave up that many points. But I feel like our defense this year, I feel like we got mostly juniors and seniors on the field. So, we fighting for another state championship. I'm looking for my juniors, to have my back, and play for me. And I'm playing for them too, for my young guys, get them right.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. You got to play for each other out there on that football field. Y'all got the best quarterback in the country for the class of 25.
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood. What type of player is he to you, and what has the experience been like playing with him the last 2 years?
The experience of playing with Bryce has been crazy. He make my job so easy. I feel like not even just at the quarterback part, I feel like his athleticism is like top in the country for real, Like you could put him up at wide receiver, he'll probably be one of the best wide receivers in the country. His leadership there for real, He picked the team up, me and him. That's what they look to pick the team up. So that's a big part of how I feel like Bryce been playing.
That's big. It's high praise, man, because we all know his athletic ability and what he can do. But for you to be, his teammate, brother in arms, and talk about that leadership like that, that's what make me feel great about because, quarterback, man, you got to be able to – they got to look you in your eye and believe, man. Y'all could be down 21.
Yeah.
And it could be in the third quarter. You gotta be able to look them in the eye and be like, no, I got y'all. Like, I ain't gonna quit. You know what I mean? Come on. So that's big.
Yeah, that's real big, man. His will to win is like crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of remind me of Cam when he was at Auburn. He say he the best athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could probably play wide receiver. I think the coach need to go ahead and let him get that fade one time. Let him have his fun. They did it with Cam down there in Auburn. Like, let my man have his fun. Let him showboat one time.
One time.
Hey, man, highlight, man. Let him go ahead and go viral, man.
I see why coaches would err against that. Nah, I'm a little. I'm putting my $100 million baby out there for somebody. No, because it'd be so. Just my luck, it'd be some scrub trying to get some points off. Trying to smack him when he not looking. No, son, it's all right. Just.
Yeah, I feel it though, man. So, what's one of your favorite moments at Belleville so far?
I feel like my favorite moment at Belleville had to be both of the years you won a state championship. Like it still don't feel real to me sometimes. I feel like that first year, my sophomore year, I feel like that was just like a great experience for me, seeing my seniors how happy they was. How proud I was of them. We came a long way. A lot of people don't know like our off-season training, all that. We got Hell Week, all that. Some seniors, felt like quitting. We picked them up. They came back, and I feel like I was real proud of how they ended the year.
That's big. Got the adversity going on now. Battle through it now so that when the season start, I ain't got to worry about if you ain't got no heart or not.
Yeah.
I already found out. You know what I mean?
What's some things you like to do off the football field, man?
Off the football field, me and Bryce usually play the game. We feel like we're one of the best Madden players and 2K players on the game. We usually, like as a team, run a blacktop tournament, stuff like that, 2-on-2. That's just like what a lot of people don't know. That's like team bonding, all that. You get to learn. You get to learn your man to the left or right of you, just playing the game and all that. Another thing I like to do, I go out Malik sometimes. Whenever you come back, we go bowling, stuff like that. So it's just like chilling with the guys. It's a big part of what I do.
Man, you brought up Madden. Who be getting down? You or Malik?
Malik been on the game more than me. So whenever he on the game more than me, he usually get down on me.
Excuses.
But I done got back on the game like last 2 weeks. So I done beat him the last couple of times we done played. So.
And who your favorite team to play with?
Favorite team to play with right now, probably the Bengals or the Chargers. I feel like just the way I play Madden, those are the top two teams for me.
Okay.
Madden, a big thing for especially high school athletes. This guy right here, that's all he used to want to do. Go back to the crib and gamble on the Madden. I'm like, dang, man, I'm trying to hit the mall or something. I'm trying to see something.
Or something.
I'm trying to see something. You over want to play Madden? I'm outside.
Oh, man. So you ranked the number one linebacker in the state, one of the top ones in the country. What type of work did you have to do to get to that spot, man?
I felt like it was just a big part of it is just being consistent. Some days that you don't want to get up and work. I done got up on the roughest days, got up and worked. I feel like it's paid off big time for me.
Okay.
Where you do most of your training at? Well, outside of school?
I train at Huff, then I train in Southgate with the lady, she worked on me with my knees. She brought me back stronger. So, you know, I done put a lot of trust in her. So, her and Huff is my main two people.
Yeah, shout out to Huff, man. P80. I know Huff had some knee issues too before, and you know Huff very knowledgeable about bouncing back from them injuries.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of good athletes done came through there.
Man, what's some stuff you doing this offseason to get better, get ready for the senior season, the senior campaign, man?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, just turning it up a notch, working harder, you know, and bringing my little bros with me. You know, some people on my team, I feel like they don't want to work sometimes, but you know, you gotta let them know, like, you don't work right now, you feel me? It's gonna come back to hunt you at some point. We want them scholarships and all that. So, big part of it is, you know, bringing them along with me and putting in extra work, just that extra work that nobody else putting in, nobody else seeing.
Yeah, by you being up there for 4 years on varsity, already being a leader, already being a starter is very natural. They don't have to look anywhere to see what the example is. It's right there in front of their face. It's really just up to them to take advantage of it because you right there. They get to see you train and work, and every day they with a star every day.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell kids, when you play with players like that, take advantage of that. You know what I mean? Because you could be on some team with a bunch of bums, and you trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, whatever little young linebackers and running backs on y'all team, all they got to do is ask you. Whatever question they got, they want to see how to do something, the work ethic. I mean, you definitely showing high character, high leadership skills, man. Wherever you going next, you know, they getting a good player for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, like, I know, like, you know, these players coming into high school about to be on your team, man. Like, they look at you and Bryce with the hype, you know. And, you know, y'all at these top-level players. What is it like, you know, kind of to have to consistently show that, you know, that dominant work ethic that we talking about, like, you know, to make sure that they ready to go? Because you don't know who you got to count on when it comes to the season. Somebody might go down. You might got to toss this freshman in there, this DB. He got to make a play. So, you know, what is it like having to, you know, be on the freshman more than they might think you being the bad guy? I know it used to be like that for me sometimes. They think you being the bad guy. But talk about being tough on the younger classmen so they understand, like, what it take to really get there, man.
Yeah, you know, me and Bryson sat down a couple times, just talk with each other about, like, you know, a lot of people come off negative. We try to stay positive with our freshmen. You know, it's hard coming in, playing on the type high schools in the country for real, and trying to get your play time. So, you know, we just try to always keep a positive attitude, but also let them know, you feel me, if you ain't working, you ain't going to play.
Yeah, flat. But, you know, that part you led with was key. As much as you tear somebody down, you got to love them back up, too. Because sometimes, you know, as football players, especially coaches already on them, upper class already on them, you can see them lose that confidence, and then they, you know what I mean, you can see them giving up. They showing up every day, but they not, they heart ain't in it. They, you know, they got their head down. You know what I mean? Pick them back up.
You got to pick the players back up. Got to show them love. So what's the best part of your game to you personally, man?
I feel like my first step is crazy. I don't think a lot of people really realize that, but, like, my burst and all that, I feel like that's a big part of my game on both sides of the ball, just getting downhill and attacking, being real physical.
Yeah, definitely that. You definitely a big time playmaker, man. Big time. It's exciting watching you, man. It's exciting watching y'all making high school football so fun to watch right now. You know what I mean? You and Bryce. Y'all team, really, man. I was looking, I'm just like, every time I watch y'all, somebody else pops out. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I ain't know it was that kid before.
Yeah.
So who's somebody on y'all team we should be looking forward to, you know, somebody we should be watching for coming up?
I feel like got a wide receiver in my class. Actually, we got a couple. We got Jalen Johnson. He our taller one. He ain't really come out to cast game for real. We got Julian Johnson. He one of ours, like, around my height, but, you know, he done built his way up. He done got fast and everything. Probably got the best hands on our team. So I feel like I'm going to see a big year out of him. Then we got Trey. Yeah, we got Trey. So he one of our fastest wide receivers, like straight line, fast, all that, real quick. So I feel like he going to really pop off. Then, you know, we just got Antoine transferred in from St. Mary. So I feel like he going to be a big part of our game, you know. We still got AD, one of our best two-way players besides me. I really say he was probably our best two-way player. You know, I ain't going to really give myself all the credit. But, you know, he put in work on both sides of the ball. You know, he had a couple picks this year.
What position
a
you
lot
play?
of touchdowns. DB, number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Wide receiver, yeah.
Yeah.
He came on later in the year. You know, he been having some foot problems. He trying to get over that. So, expect big things out of Alden.
Man, if I could turn on one game to see who Jeremiah Beasley is on the field, what game would that be?
Probably Saline game from this year. I feel like that was one of my best games I ever played in high school, for real.
What you do in that game?
First half, we came out a little slow. I had the opening touchdown. I had about 3-4 sacks that first half. But, it was a tie game, 28-28 coming out of half. I was sitting in the locker room. I'm going to turn it up for the seniors and all that. So, I came out, had 3 touchdowns in the second half and added about, 8 tackles to the second half.
That was a big game, man. That was like one of them character games, where it could have went either way. Because I gained a whole lot of respect for Carr watching that game because he was answering. Yeah. He wasn't going down. He was taking them punches and getting back up, and then y'all was just had to just shut it. Enough is enough, fam.
Yeah.
You did your thing. All right, respect to you. But yeah, we gotta take this.
That was high level football.
It was, man. That was an exciting game to watch.
So when did you get your first offer, man?
First offer, I was 7th grade, going in the 8th. We was down at a little school in Tennessee called Austin P. So that was one of my first offers. They sat down with me, talked to me. I didn't really think I was gonna get no offer. I was just down there. I was known as Malik's little brother, everything. I was down there chilling with my big bros, all that camping and all that, showing out. But I didn't really expect no offer to come out of it for real.
First one was in 7th grade.
Hey, man, he a baller, man.
Middle schoolers getting offers.
Hey, man.
Different world out here.
Hey, yeah, it started. I think the first person coming out of high school I seen with an offer was Sam when he went to Southfield. I think he had an offer somewhere. Sam Johnson?
Yeah, like Marshall, something like that. Yeah. Quarterback, he had Marshall. His 8th grade year, something like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though. So you got all these different offers, man. So, man, where you going to end up going to? What you going to do?
Hold on, we got drum roll or something before this.
Drum roll?
This is a big announcement. They don't know it's exclusive.
Hit your drum roll, then.
I don't got one of them little things like Joe Budden got. I need to tell Vince to up the budget, man.
What we doing, man?
Yeah, man, so where we going, man? Hold on, let's.
It's been a long decision for me. I done took 3 official visits to the 3 schools I could see myself at, and I feel like at the end of the day, the best place for me was the University of Michigan. Just the opportunities I could have. Playing with future teammates, all that. So I just felt like that was the best place for me, being a hometown hero, getting everybody out to the games, all that. So I just felt like that was the best spot for me personally.
We're going to have to get Foot to reach out to. He probably so happy right now. Foot, so we're happy to
Hey, that's clutch. Hey, that's big time. So where was them other 3 schools you went to them?
Michigan State and Missouri. They both showed me a lot of love. But I just felt like at the end of the day,
Thought about going to play with bro, huh? Thought about it for a minute?
Thought about it for a little bit. But, I feel like Michigan was just the best place in my heart.
That's what's
big.
up, man.
Cause I see, hey, man, I'm one of the biggest critics of U of M football, right? Because when we grew up, U of M was like Alabama.
Yeah.
Like when we grew up. And then they went and got Rich Rod and this guy and Adidas and all this weird stuff they was doing. It just didn't look like Michigan no more. It just made me angry, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like Will up there, you going up there. I'm like, oh, y'all trying to get back to Michigan.
West Bloomfield kids too.
Yeah, I love it. Nasty.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, be a Michigan linebacker is big too, because you walking into that linebacker room in Michigan used to be, well, not it used to be, it still is. That's a big linebacker room, man. It says something. That says something to play linebacker at University of Michigan, man. Sir. And I can't think of nobody better in the state that I would want to go up there and rep that maize and blue and play that linebacker than you, man. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's
huge.
Time. That's big time.
Question: what really got you to go to Michigan though? Was it like campus, a coach, facilities? What made you say this over all that?
I felt like, they added Coach Partridge, the linebacker coach, about 2-3 months ago. As soon as he landed in Michigan, got to his office, he called me, told me I was top priority. So that was a big thing. I went up to campus, all that, talked to him. I could tell he was real knowledgeable. The players that he done coached, just some crazy names, You got Devin Bush. You got a lot of future Hall of Famers, I believe, that he done coached. So.
No, that's huge. Like we was saying off camera before, that to me, whenever I'm talking to kids, is the biggest recruiting part what is your position coach coming to see you, and are you his top priority? That's going to tell you everything you need to know. Mm-hmm. If you play DB and the receivers coach is coming to see you just because he in town, and then he gone, when you get there and got to another school or something or whatever, no. But when that guy come in, if his first stop is you, tells you everything you need to know.
I need this one right here. That's, the coach got to show you that attention, man. If you ain't getting that attention, you wasting your time, my dog. I'm just being real with you, man. So we took that official visit there, man. How was it on campus and being around the team, man?
I went the week. A lot of the commissioners there, Jaden Davis, the quarterback, Jordan Marshall out of Ohio. They had some big old linemen there, like 6'7", 6'8". They welcomed me with open arms and all that. It was real cool. We went out together and all that, so it was just the vibe was there for real.
You ain't far from home, Ann Arbor, up the street from Belleville, man. Ain't no getting homesick. You right down the street. Mama's cooking is right there.
Yes, sir.
And my daddy gonna be so happy. My old dude is a Michigan fan.
So what's some your goals basically for this senior season, man?
My goals for senior season, my biggest goal is Mr. Football for real. I feel like I want to win the linebacker award, best linebacker in the state. And I just want to win another state championship because I don't really know any teams that three-peated, like, continuously in the state for real.
Three-peated. Ain't them old Harrison teams three-peat back in the day?
Maybe with Stanton.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It could have been them Harrison teams or them DePorres teams because, they played D7 once they got in the playoffs and just always ran.
Yeah, my
they
pops.
did one, though.
Yeah, my pops coached at DePorres, so, I think – I don't know. I gotta ask him tonight.
Your pops coach at DePorres?
Yeah.
When was he there?
He was there when they was winning. He got I think he got 2-3 rings from him. Yeah.
With Grimes and all them, right?
Yeah, I think that's who was on his team. Yeah, he was there with Coach Carter.
They had a squad. We used to always have 4-way scrimmages with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gave him some work one time. Yeah, crazy work.
That battleship was cheating though.
Hey man, them linebackers get tired when them big uglies pulling 2-3 people at them at a time, man.
Yeah.
So who the hype man on y'all team, and who get y'all going for practice and for the games, man?
I'd probably say our lineman Ronald Jackson. He bring a lot of energy. Even when I'm down, he try to pick me up. He noticed that I done been with him since we was 5, 6. So he know me. He know everything about me. So you can tell when I'm down or when I'm up. So he just try to pick the whole team up. He a real positive guy. You don't never see him down for real. And when he is down, you switch it off real fast. So
they already let you pick a number up there, U of L?
We talked about it. You feel me?
Talked about it.
I was thinking 25, because Junior gonna be gone at that time. So something like 25 or 23, something like that, because those numbers gonna be open.
So who the funniest person on your high school team? Who the funniest person, man?
Funniest person? Last year I would have said my brother. My brother's just real. He real goofy, without trying to be sometimes. But this year I'd probably say it's either Ron or Bryce. They click. They go hand in hand. They both always cracking jokes and stuff. It's really never a dull moment when I'm around them.
Y'all got a program over there at Belleville, man. It's that recipe does not need to change over there, man. It's working. It keeps working. And y'all, I guess y'all will be Alabama in Michigan high school football. You think so, Merle?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Or
them or King, something. Them only two teams winning consistently right now.
Yeah, or maybe King is Alabama and y'all Georgia.
Somebody got to take over. They need to play each other. Yeah. I'm tired of the shenanigans.
Who need to play?
Belleville and King.
Oh, yeah, we need that.
It would have been nice to, have it last year, but, I'll take it this year. They need to have some type of crossover game.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play King for a while, but, week 1 we got Rouge. They've been saying we've been ducking for a while, so, just
They said y'all was ducking?
Yeah, you feel me? We say the same thing, so, it go hand in hand. But I feel like this game it's going to be a real physical game just off the two teams, how the two teams is.
They chirping online and stuff, doing all that?
Everybody get talking online. I try to stay out that. I try to stay out of that, just let my game show it for real.
Yeah, that's how y'all do when you the big dog on the block. You just kind of let all them little Yorkies and stuff do all that little
yapping.
All that yapping.
So you talking about, a physical game. What was the most physical game you feel like you had in high school,
Most physical game, I'd probably say my sophomore year, any game with Forrest, and they always got physical, like fights being broken up, all types of stuff. That was our big rivalry game before all they seniors left and all that. So I feel like whenever we was at the crib, everybody used to come out. It used to be crazy. And even when we was at they place, it was just like real crazy. They'd pack it out there, have people standing on the track, all that. So it was just a hype game. I used to love games like that.
I do remember. I think one of y'all games with Forrest a couple years ago was at Forrest.
They used to bang.
Yeah.
Forrest used to have some teams. Forrest used to beat Cass sometimes. They used to bang.
Yeah.
The one year we played, last year when we played them, my sophomore year, that's the year they beat Cass. So.
Now, after those seniors left, did y'all still have that rivalry with them? Did y'all keep that beef still going, or
Coach Crowell tried to keep it going, but like their teams wasn't as good. A rivalry really ain't that good no more.
Right.
Team not that good. We used to see West B. West B started becoming our rivalry, but we ain't seen them in a minute. So those really our two big rivalries. Cass starting to come on because we both the top two teams in the state, going head to head, banging heads. So I feel like that was a real physical game for me last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I love watching that matchup. That's a matchup I had.
Cass and Belleville.
Yeah, I had it circled on the calendar. Yeah.
It's gonna be a banger, So my thing is, y'all bringing back pretty much the same team from last year. That same team you took in the battle with Cass, you won that state championship.
Yeah.
What you expecting this season?
State championship for real. Can't really say nothing else. I'm really expecting another state championship.
Okay. I do got a question though, man. Speaking of that Cass game, because that game was intense. A few overtime, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what was you thinking when Coach said we going for 2?
It was a lot running through my head. I wasn't trying to go into another overtime. I was trying to end the game. That's just the type of team we've been all year as a program for real. We ain't the type of team to really be conservative. First play, a lot of people don't know. At Belleville, 7-on-7, whatever, our first pass play usually a bomb, just to set the tone, get the crowd into it, everybody into it. So I feel like us going for 2 was just like a statement.
Yeah. I kind of felt like that. I felt that energy come from. I'm like, no, they ought to put this boy away.
They had to,
put it away. Stop playing.
They had a lot of, adversity to come through last year, so to overcome, so they had to, man. I feel like if they would have kept playing with it, that's how you mess around and lose. So you got to have that mindset, like we about to come straight at you. We pushing forward, you know what I'm saying? So.
And when you a coach and you got dogs on your team, put the work in, you know what I mean? It's a part of it where the X's and O's go out the windows. I got to trust my dogs now. Like, go big players make big plays. Go win me that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So is there a player on your team right now at Belleville that, wasn't getting no attention last year or maybe, was not doing nothing but going to have a bigger role this season?
I'd probably say one of our safeties, he played both ways. He ain't really had as much attention. Him and AD came from the same little league team, but I'd probably say Manny Peoples, his cousin Donovan Peoples-Jones, so, he's just running the family. So I feel like he's going to have a big year at safety and at wide receiver. He kind of big. He about 5'11", 205 at safety. He can move, though, so I'm looking for a big year out of him. I'm going to need a lot out of him.
So you got an older brother at Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
You got one going to Ferris this fall.
Yes, sir.
You got you committed to Michigan. Then you got, the youngest brother, he dominating in Little League. Who's the best brother in this football family?
I probably have to get it to my little brother. I feel like if he keep going, keep working hard and stuff, I feel like he's going to be the best out of all of us.
What position do you play?
Running back and linebacker like me.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I think I saw him year before last year. Malik was here. Y'all was down in Wayne State.
Yeah.
You was there. He was like, no, that's the baby. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's the baby.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Y'all gonna have one of them. Like, remember how they used to talk about like with Mike Vick and stuff? Like, we got another brother Marcus coming up. They got another one. They got another one coming up. Like it's getting outrageous. Man, I know your parents gotta be proud. I know you gotta be proud. That's a lot to, that's a blessing, man. It's a lot of going on in that family where y'all gonna be able to sit back one day and look and be like, dang, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Like Bones Jones and both his brothers, league and
doing different stuff, man, because, like Malik, he at State. He went to Purdue at first. That's high-level football. You going to Michigan, that's high level. Your brother going to play for TA. Shout out to Tony Anise, man. He a high-level coach. He probably can lead her and go somewhere else, but he ain't doing nothing but winning back-to-back ships in D2, you know what I'm saying? They trying to kick my man off the field, you know what I'm saying, because his team smoking cigars. They trying to suspend him, all type of stuff. Free TA, man. Free my dog, man. That's all I got to say. Free TA, man,
That's big. You know what I mean? When you can get a ring on any level, man, that's huge. A lot of people, and you'll see, I mean, as soon as you get to college or whatnot, college football is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys, people that don't play and stuff like that, like, oh, you only went to this school, or you only did. You don't understand just making it there, bro.
Yeah.
Making it there and competing on that level is like
crazy.
Because everybody you playing with going to the league anyway. The only difference is they don't got to go to class no more and they getting paid. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Eastern practice wasn't no different than the practice at a JUCO for TA, man. Hey, listen. Your brother better be ready because TA going to run it the same way. So y'all going to have a lot to talk about, man. Same type of stories, you know what I'm saying? So y'all better just appreciate that, man, because that's dope, man. They might be the best football family in the state right now, man. I don't know. Like this, pushing this decade, like who messing with them?
What we got out there, I mean, I guess pushing this decade, because I was thinking like Aiden Hutchinson, his father. I was just thinking of like family, trying to think who all, because y'all going to be on like almost like some Kelsey Brothers type stuff. Who game your mama going to go see?
That's what a lot of people been asking, because, I end up playing on Saturdays. Hopefully Malik have a big breakout season. He end up playing on Sundays, Thursdays, Mondays type stuff. And my brother going to be playing on Saturdays too. So, there's a lot for her to do.
That's a lot of traveling they're going to have to do. Yeah. Family have to do a lot of traveling. Y'all going to have to get, hey, man, I'm telling you right now, find somebody with a companion pass. See, the people don't know nothing about that. You find somebody at Delta, and you tell them I'm your family. We's family.
Hey, man, she going to be on wheel call all over the country, man. That's going to be crazy, though, bro. His mama going to be, parents going to be lightweight famous, man. They go, once ESPN get a hold of that and like, man, dang, they all over the place. A parent having, 3, 4 D1 kids and, eventually that's
big. It's huge.
Clap it up for the parents, man.
Yeah. What kind of game your brother give you about college? What to look out for, that kind of stuff, how to prepare, whatever it might be?
I feel like the biggest thing was just like preparation and being consistent, Like just the preparation that go into all of it. You prep more than you do out on the field,
Yeah.
Weight room, meetings be longer than what you practice for. So he said just being real detailed with your stuff. Like the little details matter, That's what NFL people looking for. So
the meetings. I used to be, man. That was one of the biggest adjustments in college football. Like them daggone meetings, man. Yeah. You already done had like a 5 a.m. lift, and they done ran you to death after the lift, and then you want me to take a shower and come in here and sit down and let you talk for 2 hours straight, run the same play back. But it'd be the difference, though, too, because once you locked in and you know what you watching on film and why you watching it, that's what take it to another notch. Because now you like locked in, like, no, run that back, coach. Hold on, like, now let's talk about this. You said do it this way, but it ain't working that way. Let's come up with something, or how do you want this to go? Yeah. And then looking at you, like you appear to me to be already very locked in since the day I met you. You always got the same facial expression, the same demeanor, the same I'm locked in. So I don't think it'll be that much of a transition for you with some of that stuff. You already talking with Coach about plays and schemes and stuff like that now?
Yeah, we sit down and talk about their schemes and stuff. They really run the same stuff as the Ravens. Coach Mentor, D coordinator, came from the Ravens. He was out there with Jay Hardball. So, yeah, that's where he came from.
Now, was that a part of your making a decision too?
I feel like Michigan putting people in the league. I feel like out of all 3 of them schools, they done put the most people in the league, especially defensively. I think the last draft they had about 8, 9 players go in the draft that was defensively. So that's a big thing for me being drafted. And, NFL scouts looking at certain teams. Yeah,
that in that defense, man, you get to play in a defense that's linebacker friendly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, them stats and them highlights you're going to be getting off. You ain't, sitting there just plugging a hole so somebody else scraping, safety come down. You getting the ball, fly sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
Man, Steph, I need you to make that happen for him. I know you said Foot go be happy, man, but You need to make that connection for him.
Oh, for sure. See, that's one thing. That's one thing I used to. The old Michigan, then like the players that was like our age and older when we was going to college, like we would talk to my homeboy up in Michigan, whatever, and they like, man, Foot and all the OGs is like a fraternity. Like they tap in with you off rip. Like Braylon up here, everybody. Well, they was more so our age, but it was like all those older guys. But and then when those new coaches got there before Harbaugh, so there was like, then some of that went away. You could tell it went away in Michigan back then too. But I see it now. It looks like it's right back like it was in like 97, 96. Man, it's this the next great Michigan linebacker right here, man.
It's going to be nuts. I can't wait to see it. Is there anything you want to put out there, man, to the people while you got their attention, man?
I'll just say I'm looking to three-peat, finish high school the right way. Shout out to my moms, my pops, always being there, taking care of me. Whatever I needed, getting it done as soon as possible. Shout out to all my trainers, all my coaches that's been there. So, and shout out to all my teammates, that done pushed me, on my bad days, my good days. So that's what I'm really thankful for.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming out to the player exchange. Sitting up here. We got Athlazon. We got Vince back there. He'll never come from behind the camera. It's all good, but not the camera, but the screen. But we just happy to have you, man. We appreciate you, man. Best of luck this year. Get it in. Stay focused. You got bigger goals, bigger plans, man. Like so.
Yes, sir.
Just looking for a good season for that 3P, man. See
Hey,
you at that Rouge game.
Proud of you.
Thank
you. Day one, we did the player interviews to start the season. He said what he said. The man said what he said. What he said was going to happen when it happened, how it happened, and it happened just like that. You did that?
Hey, man.
He
Big time
did.
Football player right here, man. Big time.
Hey.
Shout out to Michigan, man.
Shout out to Michigan. Y'all going to
Getting
make
the
me a
best
fan
players
again.
in Michigan again. That's
Y'all going
what's
to make
up,
me a
man.
fan again. Y'all keeping the best players again.
Man, hey, man. Y'all got to get Bryce somehow, man.
Yeah, figure that out. I told you, I'm going to hate y'all again. Y'all get Bryce. Start hating y'all again. I'm going to be hate, and wear my Alabama T-shirts everywhere.
I better use the inside track hardball, make it happen, man.
Stop playing around.